Yo, what is up, guys? Cryo continuing his reactions for the day. I don't know. I just felt like that needed to be moved. Anyways, we got YaBoiKaos featuring Perfect Storm. We got the Hiruzen rap, Will of Fire. Now, again, guys, this is a Naruto track, so, I mean... Alright, guys. Sharingan awakened. Let's hop into this. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's get it. Will of Fire. It was full disclaimer. I have heard the hook before, and I've heard the instrumental before. Because me and Kaos, we have talked a bit back and forth during the creative process for this. Have not heard the final version. Haven't heard Perfect Storm's verse at all. I just know the hook and I know the beat. Also, Kaos, I want to address this now, bro. We will VC. We will voice chat. I know we've been planning on talking so many times and I've fallen asleep on you. My bad, G. My bad. It's been rough out here. Anyways, let's go. Yeah, I'ma do it for the leaf, do it for my people, do it for the king. Yeah, I'ma do it for the leaf, got the will of fire burning underneath. Okay, let me just go ahead and start off with the breakdown. So obviously, I'ma do it for the leaf, I'ma do it for my people, do it for the king. Now, obviously, Hiruzen Sarutobi is the Hokage. He was the third Hokage, so of course he's going to protect the hidden leaf. Okay, so he's got to, bro. So do it for my people. Obviously, his peoples is the hidden leaf citizens. Do it for the king. Now, this is something that's really only touched on by Asama Sarutobi. Hiruzen's, I think it's his grandson. Because I think Konohamaru is his great-grandson. Unless I'm wrong. Anyways, I could be. I forget that blood relation all the time. Anyways. So the king is referred to as, like most people think, or most of the characters thought for a minute that it was just the Hokage. You know, the Hokage. But no, the king is like the future generation of the leaf. So... I'm going to do it for the king, do it for the future generations of the leaf so they can live on. Now, obviously, the Will of Fire. That's also pretty much talked about throughout the entirety of Part 1 and in Shippuden. The Will of Fire is brought up numerous times. So the Will of Fire is basically just, you're burning with passion, especially when it comes to protecting the leaf or, you've got that passion for your homeland. It's kind of like patriotism. It's like the instinctive love and will to protect your home, Yeah.
Yeah, I always do it for my people. I'll keep them all safe, watching over like an eagle.
Except when people's bullying Naruto, which is where a lot of the hate for Hiruzen comes in, but again... Let's go.
Ones who come to hurt, better pray it won't be lethal. I could take them all to church, but they wouldn't reach the steeple.
I could take them all to church, but they wouldn't reach the steeple. So, he's like, I could bring y'all in and like take y'all to church and preach to y'all, like throw hands and whatnot. Cause when it came to the proficiency of jutsu and the amount of jutsu, no one really touched Hiruzen Sarutobi because the man was called the Professor. And he mastered all 5 natures of chakra. And the man the man's just like, alright, bet, what's up?
Hurt, better pray it won't
be lethal. I can take them all to church, but they wouldn't reach the steeple.
Harnessing the chakra nature's weapons in my arsenal. Hardening into the savior, lessons from the obstacle.
I like that. Harnessing my chakra nature's weapons in my arsenal. So chakra is obviously like spiritual and physical energy combined, and that's pretty much chakra. So it's kind of like a natural phenomenon because of how chakra got introduced to Naruto. If you watch the Kaguya bullshit, it came from a fruit. Anyways, nature's weapons in my arsenal. Obviously, he knows all 5 chakra natures. He knows all 5 chakra natures from water, fire, earth, lightning, etc., etc. You name it, bro. Water, fire, earth, lightning, and then what was the other one? Anyways, someone, another Naruto nerd, let me know because I forget. Oh, air, the water, fire, lightning, earth, air. Anyways, yeah. Oh, so yeah, so that's that. Use weapons in my arsenal.
Hardening into the savior, lessons from the obstacle. I'll call on my chief of staff when there's snakes in the grass. I'll disarm them, make it fast. For the leaf, I must surpass. Got the
So, I'll call on my chief of staff when there's snakes in the grass. Okay, that right there is top notch. That one doesn't really need breaking down, but fuck it, I'm going to anyways because, you know, why not? So most shinobi have a pact with like a summoning animal, and it's really no different with Hiruzen. He's got what is it? No. Damn, what was that staff? What was the name of the staff? Anyways, he has this summoning creature who can who's the Monkey King, I think is what it is actually. Yeah, Monkey King. I forget the actual name. But he can transform into a staff, and if you know any like I believe the Monkey King was Chinese, a Chinese legend. Because Naruto kind of takes inspiration from a lot of Japanese cultures. Like, just go look up all of the techniques that the Sharingan techniques were named after. Go look up Tsukuyomi. Go look up Izanagi. Go look up Amaterasu. Just go look them up. Anyways. So he can turn into a staff, and that's what he fights with. When snakes are in the grass, it's obviously Orochimaru. Orochimaru fought attacked the leaf. So, yeah.
staff when the
snakes in the grass.
I'll disarm them,
make it fast.
For the leaf I must surpass. Got the village at my back and my knowledge at my side. Keeping everything on track, honoring the ones who died. Doing it with pride, I'ma be their guide. Never losing sight, fighting till the day I die.
Ooh, never losing sight, fighting till the day I die. Oh, buddy boy. He literally fought until he died. He was actually fighting till he died. Like, that's exactly what happened. Reaper Death Seal fighting Orochimaru stood there, had to stand there while the Reaper Death Seal punched through his gut. Just obliterated this man's whole stomach to go pull out Orochimaru's arms, because that's all he managed to seal away. But this man, look at this, the dude looked like a nutsack, bro. And he fought off reanimated versions of the first and second Hokage while also fighting Orochimaru. If that don't scream goated, then, I mean, yeah, he might have died, but he managed to get rid of both of those summonings, and he managed to fucking take away ninjutsu from Orochimaru for a good couple hundred episodes. I'm just saying, man's got skill. I know it wasn't exactly a couple hundred. It was more like maybe like 80 or something like that. But still, man's goated. The new generations. We don't count Boruto. I'm just saying. I've completely given up.
Igniting flames in the hearts across the nations, bringing forth change in all of my successors. Teaching lessons far and wide, I'm always the professor. I'ma do it.
Teaching lessons far and wide, I'm always the professor. Touching back on what I said earlier, that this man is the professor of Shinobi.
For the leaf.
Professor Kuro.
I'ma do it. Yeah.
I'ma do it for the leaf, do it for my people, do it for the king. Yeah, I'ma do it for the leaf, got the will of fire burning underneath.
Yeah, I'ma do it for the leaf, do it for my people, do it for the king. Yeah, I'ma do it for the leaf, got the will of fire burning underneath.
One look at the rock and you know me. You don't mess with the god of Shinobi. Did it all for the leaf out of Orochi, even in death took his arms as a trophy.
Okay, Perfect Storm. You wouldn't look at the rock and you know me. I mean, look. The Hokage, the Hokage mountain.
Do it for the leaf, got the will of
fire burning underneath. One look at the rock and you know me.
You don't mess with the
God
goddess
Shinobi.
Shinobi. Did it all for the leaf on Orochi, even in death, took his arms as a trophy.
Did it all for the leaf, not Orochi. Even in death, took his arms as a trophy. Now, I want to go back simply because I want to see if I can keep up with Storm. I'm sorry, this is just me wanting to test myself. One look at the rock and you know me. Did it all for the goddess Shinobi. Well, I already fucked up, so we're going back again. One lock at the rock and you know me. You don't mess with the goddess Shinobi. Did it all for the leaf, not Orochi. Even in death, took his arms as a trophy. Okay, so I can't really keep up all the way because I muddle my words. But anyway, he was also kind of known as the goddess Shinobi because of how fucking OP he was, which I still really only reserve the goddess Shinobi title for like in part 1 and Shippuden especially. It's just Hashirama and Madara, but we can see how Hiruzen got it.
But the top kind of lonely. I am the teacher of legends below me. Even
I am the teacher of legends below me, because he taught Jiraiya, who in turn taught Minato, who in turn taught Kakashi. Then you go back to Jiraiya, who taught Naruto. And then Kakashi also taught Naruto. And Hiruzen was kind of looking over Naruto and kind of looking over Sasuke, even though he kind of let them both, grow up alone, not knowing the truth behind what happened, not even letting Naruto know who his dad was, which we know why that happened, because, he didn't want Naruto to be endangered after people who hated Minato learned what his name was, like, the fucking 4th Raikage and Killer Bee. Like, I think if they would have had that information, Killer Bee would have been writing raps at Naruto's funeral, like, another blonde kid dead. Damn. What's good with Pikachu is quite shocking. I don't know. Yeah, it's just Killer Bee. I really had something going for that. Like, I honestly thought about something for that for a second. Then I was like, nah, Killer Bee makes shit funny, so.
The ones from before who come from the floor, they can beat up an old me. So how do you plan to do more? I pointed the 4th that came back in a haste, because there ain't no ninja alive to replace.
I appointed the 4th and then came back in haste. But that's really only because the 4th died? I mean, like, I feel like if Minato was still alive. Obviously, if Minato was still alive, the 3rd wouldn't have had to come back. He stepped back into action to continue his tenure as Hokage once Minato died, which, okay, understandable. But, like, he didn't really step back in haste after appointing him. It's just like he died. So, but Firelight.
But they can beat up an old me. So how do you plan to do more?
Boy,
I pointed the 4th that came back in a haste, because there ain't no ninja alive to replace the 3rd Hokage and sit in his place. Maybe it's not a
the 3rd great Hokage. I mean, again, what Hiruzen did is undeniable. But, if we're looking at people after him, yeah, no, there's really no one that takes his place. I mean, Minato died. Minato died. So now they let the whole fucking Leaf Village get destroyed. We don't really know what happened during Kakashi's. Oh, well, I mean, technically we do, because Naruto the Last is, I guess, technically canon. And then with Naruto, I mean, Naruto hasn't let the village get destroyed. At least I don't know yet, because I kind of gave up on Boruto. But, I mean, if we look at people before, if we look at Hashirama, I mean, Hashirama protected the village quite effectively, especially from fucking Madara. Tobirama, really the only thing wrong with Tobirama was he was a bigot. Like, he hated the Uchiha just because, I mean, granted, they lived in an era where they were warring for years and years and years, but yeah, but this man created the Shadow Clone Jutsu, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, Flying Raijin, the Chunin exams, and reanimation jutsu. So, yeah, he was a bigot, and yeah, he was the only reason that the 4th Great Ninja War could have even been a fucking thing with reanimation jutsu anyways. But I mean, he did a lot more for the Leaf than Hashirama did in his tenure and Tobirama did in his tenure. I mean, the Uchiha clan got massacred during his tenure.
Right, could take it up, pass on the wheel to my students, embracing my one great mistake was embracing the snake, but all things are so clear in this world, they opaque. My students, my joy, my pride, I hope that my teaching will guide. I showed them the way and I tried, not all will inherit, the will is denied. The will to protect, the will to survive, the will to endure and ensure the right. Protecting the king is a must in this fight, with future inside, we trust their lives. Now a new generation is here, our people's now peers, that they pass us in power. Edo Tensei, but the strength of hours, grows like a flower, I've never been prouder. Cause looking back, I did it all for the Leaf, I never considered the rest I believed that allied shinobis could be, but now I've seen it's not a dream, I can rest in peace.
Yeah, I'ma do it for the Leaf, do it for my people, do it for the king. Yeah, I'ma do it for the Leaf, got the will of fire burning underneath. Yeah, I'ma do it for the Leaf, do it for my people, do it for the king. Yeah, I'ma
Do it for the Leaf, got the will of fire burning underneath. That shit slaps. I'm sorry for going on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, no, like, okay, let me just clarify. I love Perfect Storm's verse. I love your boy Kaos' verse. Anything that I said about the characters was just the character and how it's written and my personal thoughts on the character. So, but again, the song I have no issue with. The lines I have no issue with. It's more so the character that the line is around. So, again, like, after Hiruzen's term, yes, I fully agree. No one will leave replaces him. But beforehand, I'd say outside of being a just a straight up asshole, Tobirama might be the best Hokage. I mean, at least he was the most progressive. Yes, he hated the Uchiha, and yes, he did also create the Uchiha police force just so he could keep an eye on the Uchiha police force. But he let them have the police force so they could do something. Instead of, flat out killing them, I guess. I mean, it was a step in the right direction, but he was still a dick, and no. He's like, he was just a dick. That's Tobirama's biggest fault, is he was a dick. He failed to try to evolve. But anyways, guys, this was the Hiruzen rap Will of Fire by your boy Kaos featuring Perfect Storm. It was an absolute banger. I fucking love it. I almost forgot to comment. Bro. I love it. I fucking love it. And yes, again, I did go out on a tangent. This reaction was actually longer than I anticipated it being. For 3 minutes. Well, then again, I mean, I made a damn near 20-minute DPS reaction just the other day. But anyways, guys, this has been the Hiruzen rap Will of Fire. Your boy Kaos Perfect Storm. Go like, comment, subscribe. Go run it up. Go show them the homie support and the homie treatment. Go run this shit up. Anyways, guys, till next time, Cryo out.